Hello, Fit to Care yogis and anyone else that fancies it. So, at the request of Karen, I am going to post the class that we were doing last year over in Abingdon. I'm going to shoot it as like two or three videos, three or four videos, however it works out. And then that way, depending on how much time, energy, whatever it is you want to work on, you can jump in or out as is suitable for you. So we're going to start as per usual with some sectional breathing, leading to full yogic breath, then limbering, and that'll do to start us off. So as is usual, I invite you to find a comfortable either cross-legged or seating position. So you can just sit cross-legged if you want. If you want to come up, sit up on the knees, that's fine, and you might choose to take a block. Put the block underneath the buttocks just to support you. As long as you stay upright, that's fine. If you've got funny knees and you want to, you can always take the legs out straight in front of you. Hands could be on the thighs or just beside you. That's absolutely fine. Again, don't slouch into it. Remain upright. I will sit cross-legged and I will sit on my block. I find it helpful to sit on the block. Helps the hips to open. And also find it easier to sit upright. So I'm just going to take the heel into the perineum, other heel into it. Pull the buttocks out however you sat. Just so that you're sitting on the pelvic floor. Hands resting on the knees. If you'd like to, you can take chin mudra. So you take the first finger, the index finger and the tip of the thumb. It can be like this, chin mudra. You turn them over as gyan mudra. If you just want to rest them there, that's absolutely fine. As is comfortable for you. Arms are just relaxed. So we'll just take a moment, come into the space, settle yourself, find your comfortable position. So the back, the spine, the back of the neck, the head are in a straight line, so the chin is slightly tucked. If I keep looking up, you'll excuse me. Looking at the camera. And just start to come into the space. Shoulders are relaxed and open, but again, we're not sinking into it. Our upright crown of the head extended towards the sky, so we sit tall. Just start to relax, come into the space. We're going to slowly lengthen and deepen the breath. Mouth gently closed. No, not a clenched jaw, relaxed jaw. Tongue resting freely in the mouth. Breathing in and out through the nose only. And bit by bit, we'll start to take deeper breaths, longer breaths. So, full inhalation. Fill yourself right up full of air. And complete exhalation. And again. Oh, hello. This is Max, my brother's cat. One of them anyway. Right, little mate. So every time we exhale, we're just going to let the shoulders loosen a little bit more. In fact, you might even just like to tip the head gently from side to side, just to encourage the shoulders to soften, to open, to loosen. And every time we exhale, we're just releasing a bit more tension. That could be physical tension you're holding in the body. Let it go. That could be some mental tension in the mind. You let that go. Maybe even some emotional tension somewhere in the heart. Just let it all go. Anything you're holding on to, just let it go. Breathe in fresh air. Fill ourselves up with fresh life-giving air. And exhale any negativity, Just allow yourself to relax. Again, we're still not slumping into it, still remaining upright, but the body's relaxing, the mind's relaxing. Full inhale, complete exhale. So we are going to start with sectional breathing. So you may or may not remember, we've got 3 parts to the breath. We've got a belly breath, a chest breath, and clavicular breath. Normally people are breathing into the middle of the lungs, quite shallow breaths. The bottom and the top get missed out. So we'll practice breathing into all 3 parts of the lungs, all 3 parts of the breath, and then put it all together to make a full yogic breath. So we're going to start, if it helps, you can bring the hand to the belly or look down at your belly. We're going to do belly breath. So as we inhale, we see the belly expand, the hand moves out, fill it right up, literally breathing into the belly. And as you exhale, you'll see the belly contract back towards the body. And if you like, at the end of the breath, you can even pull on the stomach muscles a little bit, just to force the last of the air out of the body. Maybe it's easier for you just sit on the side. So again, so hand in, so we inhale, breathe into the belly, and exhale. And I'm just going to pull it in a little bit just to force the last of the air out. So in your own time, with your own breath, you can start to breathe into the stomach. I'm just pulling my buttocks out, so I'm sat on the pelvic floor. Full inhalation, complete exhalation. As I say, if it helps, look down to the belly. If you like, you can close your eyes if that's more comfortable for you. And if you do close the eyes, you'll literally feel the body even more acutely. So full, complete inhalation. Total exhalation. Breathing in and out through the nose only. Still sitting tall, but relaxed. Okay. When you finish on an exhalation with your own breath, we'll start to look next at a chest breath. So we're going to start to then breathe into the chest. Oh, hello, who we got now? That's Sasha, Max's sister, my brother's cats. Right, so chest breath. What we're going to do, actually, I'll come to the side again. So breathing into the chest, we're actually going to hold the belly in, activate the stomach muscles, so the belly goes in. We're going to hold it in, and then when you breathe, now because the belly can't move out, you're going to force the air into the chest. You can see my chest rise up, open, expand. You'll feel it on the side walls of the body as well. You literally open up, lift up like a balloon. And as you exhale, it all comes down. So just keep engaged. You don't have to pull it right in. You just need to engage them slightly so the breath doesn't go into the belly. So with your own breath, in your own time. Again, hand down onto the belly if you want, if that helps you. Just keep that slightly pulled in. If you've got that pulled in, bring the hand to the chest. You can feel the body lift and rise like a balloon. And then exhale. It actually physically feels very different to breathing down into the belly. It feels completely different on the body. She wants to play. Full and deep inhalation. Complete exhalation. And again, if it helps, look down at the chest, watch what the body's doing. Or if you prefer to, just gently close the eyes. Fill the body right up. Feel yourself lifting up, opening up. And try and retain the feeling of length in the body, even as you exhale. Even though the body's dropping, you're still sitting tall. Good work. So again, when you come to an exhale, with your own breath, we'll finish that. Looking next at the clavicular breath, so breathing into the clavicles, up underneath the collarbones, right up here. It's the same as a chest breath. We're going to keep the stomach activated, so just keep the stomach slightly pulled in. We're going to put the hand onto the collarbones. It's the same as breathing into the chest, but actually what we're going to do as we come towards the end of the inhalation, we're actually going to pull the shoulders down. You can't really see it, but imagine if my shoulders are up here. As I come to the end of the inhalation, I'm going to pull the shoulders down. That actually opens up the clavicles and forces the breath right up into the top of the lungs. We never breathe into this part of the lungs, so this is good exercise. Feels a bit subtle, might take a bit of practice, but that's why we practice. Practice makes better. So again, you're comfortable, stomach's slightly engaged, not pulled in too far, just activated so the breath can't go down into the belly. Really look down to the clavicles, but you can feel your hand on the clavicles. You're going to inhale, you feel the air coming into the chest, and just start pulling the shoulders down. It's not much to look at. You should feel the air coming right up into the top of the lungs. I got two cats playing games and chasing each other around the house. That's fine. Full exhalation. With your own breath. Inhale, pulling the shoulders down. Feel the air come right up into the top of the lungs. Blast the cobwebs out. And exhale. Good. So again, with your own breath, when you come to an exhalation, just finish that. So that is a 3-part sectional breathing. Breathing into 3 parts of the lungs, lower, middle and upper, right? So we can put that all together and create what's called a full yogic breath. So basically, and it happens in that order, we start, we breathe into the belly, that fills up, we keep pulling air in to the chest, and then eventually at the end of the breath, pull the shoulders down, feel it come right up into the clavicles. I think the name of it is Durga Pranayama. if you look online. Very relaxing, very energizing, and great practice for other breathing techniques. Um, as I say, often we only breathe a very shallow breath into the middle of the chest. So to breathe down into the belly and to breathe up into the clavicles is great. Expands the chest, improves chest capacity, and it feels great. So if you want to look down at your body to watch it fill up bit by bit, if that helps you, that's fine. Or again, close the eyes is also fine, whatever is comfortable for you. Again, it might take a bit of practice. As you start to inhale, the belly falls up. Then you feel it coming up into the chest. And at the end of the breath, pull the shoulders down and you feel the breath coming right up into the top of the lungs. You completely fill the lungs out. As you exhale, naturally, the breath will come out of the body the opposite way around. So we're just going to practice some full yogic breath. Again, with your own breath, in your own time. Still sitting tall. Don't slouch. If there's any temptation to slouch on the exhale, resist that. Spine still straight. Chin slightly tucked. Back of neck and head, spine all in a straight line. Just enjoy the feeling, pulling all that lovely fresh air into the lungs. Hopefully you'll be pleasantly surprised at your own lung capacity and actually just how much oxygen, how much air you can pull in. All that lovely oxygen. And then full breath, full yogic breath, as I say, leads on to other breathing exercises. But in itself is incredibly calming. As yoga says, the breath, the mind are linked. So you slow the breath, you control the breath, you regulate the breath, you slow, you control, and you regulate the mind. Which is why when your grandmother or your mum, if you're getting stressed, she told you to take 10 deep breaths, that's the same wisdom. Literally, the mind and the breath are linked. So says yoga, and try it for yourself and you'll find out that it's true. If you're ever feeling stressed, freaked out, panicky, your mind's going, 19 to the dozen, just stop, connect with your breath, take some deep breaths, and immediately you just bring yourself down. It's wonderfully calming. And as I said, full yogic breath is a great foundation for other breathing exercises, and I'll put some other stuff up as well. Okay, so when you're in a comfortable place, you come to an exhalation. I'll finish that there. Hopefully you feel as calm as I do. So we're going to go for limbering as well. So this is our pre-yogic limbering. So if done first thing in the morning, it just very gently wakes the body up, and according to yoga, it just effectively moves the energy, the dormant energy out of the joints. So when you're limbering, we start at the peripheries and work our way into the body, as opposed to stretching when we start with the core and work our way out. So we're going to send all the energy into ourselves. So we'll keep with deep breathing. I don't mind which part of the body you breathe into, but just try and keep your breathing slow, controlled, calm. And so we'll start, we'll bring the arms up. If your shoulders are a bit stiff, they can be here, it doesn't really matter. Bring the arms up. We're going to start squeezing the ball. So we'll make a fist and gently open the fingers all the way up. And again. 2, 3, 4, and 5. No slouching either. Keep upright. We'll sprinkle water. So we bring all the fingertips together, like you just did the dishes, and you're sprinkling the water off the fingertips. So together. So 1, and spread the fingers wide. 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then with palms facing down, we fan the fingers, so you can see it properly. We're fanning the fingers with palms down. All the way out and back together. Shoulders remain, if you find yourself doing that, keep the shoulders low and down, loose, open. Breath is deep and calm and controlled. Okay, so from fingers to wrists. So we lift the hands up towards ourselves, take them away. Up and down. Slow, gentle movements. None of this. Nothing jerky. We're being kind to ourselves. We're loving ourselves. Be gentle and kind to our body. Nice calm movements to match our nice calm breath and our nice calm state of mind. And with palms facing down, we're going to bring the index fingers in together and then take the hands away. So it's easier for you to see like this, like that. But movement from the wrists, not from the arms. Index fingers touch and open them out. In and out. Okay, that's good. And we will make a fist and we'll roll the wrists in. And whichever way you went, take the opposite direction. Okay, nice. And then with palms face out, we take movement of the elbow. So we're just going to bring fingertips to shoulders and open the arms out. Still sitting tall, still breathing calmly, nice and relaxed. Just bit by bit, feeling the body. And then this time, we'll leave the fingertips on the shoulders and we'll take shoulder roll. So we're going to bring the elbows together, roll the shoulders all the way back to the full range of your motion, as is comfortable for you, wherever that might be. Nice and gently. And again, whichever way you went, we'll take opposite direction. Good. Let that out. And we'll bring the hands back to the knees. So for movement of the head and the neck, we're just going to tip the head forward and then look up and back. Forward and down, up and back. Forward and down, up and back. forward and down, and up and back. Come to centre. So we're now going to look across one shoulder, try and look behind you, come to centre, look across the other shoulder, come to centre. I don't want to tell you right or left because when you film it, it comes out opposite. So you go from whichever shoulder to whichever shoulder you like, nice and gently. Across to one shoulder, to centre, to the other, and to centre. Shoulders remain relaxed. We're still sitting tall, still keeping nice, calm, steady breath. And back to centre. Now we'll tip the ear to the shoulder. So we're going to go over to the side. So if there's any urge to bring shoulder to ear, resist that. If you feel like the body's moving, you can always just take your hands, take fingertips just to the floor, just to fix the body in place, because we're just taking movement of the head. So tip it to one side, up to centre, to the other, stretch up the side of the neck to centre. One way to centre, other shoulder and centre. And the nice thing you can do while limbering as well, it just gives you an opportunity just to check your body out, check in with your body, feel if you've got any kind of aches, pains, anything that's going on anywhere. Better to find out now before we start taking any poses or before you do anything too dynamic. Might cause you trouble or pain and discomfort later on. So if anything's uncomfortable, make a mental note of that. And then treat yourself suitably gently as a result of that. So then we will take a neck rotation. So we're going to tip the head forward and we'll rotate over one shoulder, back to the other and down. 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 And to the shoulder, back to the other and down. And in opposite direction. Shoulder, back, other, down, shoulder, back, other, down, shoulder, back, other, down, shoulder, back, the other shoulder, down, one more, the shoulder, back to the other and down. Great, that feels good. We'll let that go. Awesome. So if you've got your legs crossed, we'll now, when you're sat on a block, we'll come off the block, unlock the legs, let them come out straight in front of you. Work that out if you need to. So we'll take movement of the toes. You see properly from there, it'll be easier. So we'll start, curl the toes over, and then we'll pull them back, and then we'll go for, I can't do it, fanning the toes if we can. I'll just sit here. So again, sit tall, don't slouch into it. You can put the hands by the side just to give you a bit of help there, or relaxed on the thighs as is comfortable for you. Or if you like, it's quite nice, you can just pop the hands behind you just a little bit. See that properly, just behind you. Fingers face backwards. So we'll squeeze the toes over. We'll open them up. Squeeze them over. Open them up. 3, 4, and 5. Keep breathing deep. We will fan the toes out if we can. Attempt to fan them out, same as we did with our fingers, as far as you can. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Good work. Movement of the ankles. We'll take the soles of the feet towards the floor and then bring the toes back towards ourselves. Slowly down and up. Go as far as is comfortable for you. One more. Okay, and then keeping the ball of the foot and the heel together, I'm going to try to bring the soles of the feet together so the toes touch their opposite number, like we're opening and closing a book. 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then we'll take ankle rotation. So both the ankles, we'll take them all the way around, whichever way you like. Feels good. Feel the clicks and the clunks come out. There we go. 3, 4, and 5. And whichever way you're going, take opposite direction. Keep the breath steady and controlled. Still slow, deep inhalation, complete exhalation. Okay, it's good. So for movement of the knee and hip, we're just going to bring the knee to the chest, clasp around the front of the shin there, sit tall, release, and take the other side. Release. Take one side, let it go, pull it in, sit tall, and let it go. You'll be pleased to know you're also giving your descending and ascending colon a nice massage at the same time. How nice for you. As well as wakening up the knee and the hip joint. We'll take a couple more times. Don't forget to sit tall. Pull it in. Sit tall. Be tall. Okay. And then we will bring the soles of the feet together. Bring them close towards the body. Clasp the hands around the toes. Sit tall. Just gently, very gently bounce the legs. Butterfly we call it. You can bounce them a little bit more if you want. If you've got good, if you're very open in the hips and you can just get them right down to the ground, great. Resist the urge to round the back. Stay sitting tall. Just gently, very gently bounce the legs open. That's great. And then we'll open the feet. Just take the thumbs to the underside of the feet. Fingers wrap around. Take the elbows towards the knees. As you inhale, come up tall, pull the belly in, and then just lean forward as far as you can. Just using the elbows just to push the hips open a little bit more, as is comfortable for you. Breathe into it. Great, and then gently come up. Okay, good skills. We have limbered. Very good. We did some sectional breathing. We put that together to a full yogic breath, and we've just limbered the whole body. So this video will finish here, and then the next one we'll be moving on to sun salutes, then asana, and then relaxation, everyone's favourite bit. Thank you so much. Om Namah Shivaya.